How was your week? Congratulations, you're in escrow.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. Karen, what are the big wins? Big wins. We had our AOC meeting yesterday. That was good. Thank God.
So me and Alice Rodriguez have a strongly opinionated client right now.
Oh.
He counseled 4 times last week.
Oh, he must be Cambodian. That's my people.
Oh my God.
I won't put his nationality on blast, but they're very aggressive. Bottom line, after 6 days of negotiating back and forth, we all gave a little, and our CD is gonna go out tomorrow. We're gonna close it.
Yes, congratulations. That is a big win. Wow, congrats.
Yeah.
What else, you guys? Come here. You need to tell me. Since I last saw you last Wednesday? Yesterday. Big wins. What about Zoom? Any big wins? Jill, Courtney? They're working.
She just joined us, no Courtney.
Yeah, I have a strong one for
Not
Courtney.
here.
She's just
Oh,
signed on.
she's saying.
Oh, but
Say that again, Jill.
She'll think about it.
Okay, think about that.
watch the mute button because I'll stop talking as they come back on. I want to give it's too early for shout outs, but big win is Courtney. Just signed up in the office. She's already killing it. Sent me 2 clients already. She's a go-getter. So that's a win. That's a win for our office.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Michelle Miley, will you do the honors?
It doesn't matter how many resources you have, if you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough.
How ironic, because you and I just had this conversation. Literally.
Oh.
Yeah. So, in your terminology, what do you think this means to you?
Oh, I have so many thoughts.
Oh, please give us all your
Oh,
thoughts.
no. Well, I like most of you, we get emails and texts and bothersome things all the time on the Better Mousetrap. But the bottom line is that there's some basic things that you do every day to stay in touch with your database and utilize those tools. You don't need a lot of extra fancy gadgets. They love to sell them to you, but honestly, they're not necessary. That's what I read into it.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then for me, it's a little bit more, I think it's kind of something that I've been taught throughout the years, also a lot of my mentors as well, is that, I don't need to have a lot of memory capacity because I don't need to remember anything. I don't need to know everything, right? I don't need to be a walking encyclopedia. I just need to know the foundation, but I do know where all my resources is. If I need, let's say, something that is beyond that, I can't, let's say I need something from title. I don't need to know title. I call Rhonda. I need a question answered on a loan. I don't need to, maybe I don't know it because it was changing. I just call Ish, right? So to me, it's all about knowing who you can go to and knowing that you have your Rolodex that you can always reach. So constantly knowing that I have my resources and I don't have to do everything all by myself. And yeah, and it's right. The bottom, if you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough. And that's kind of who we are in nature, is that nothing is ever enough, which is a great thing, but it can be a double-edged sword. But constantly pushing forward and constantly moving that dial ahead. So thank you. All right, and then we want to thank Tea Tree Productions. Chris, thank you so much for our breakfast for us. Okay, brokers open. Do we have any of our agents holding brokers open this morning? All right, sounds good. Bucketville shout outs.
So same thing, shout out to Courtney for giving, for really trusting me right off the bat and really sitting down with me, having one-on-one and really getting to know how I run my business to her so we can service our clients better. So shout out to Courtney for that.
Love that. I am gonna have quite a bit of shout outs today. I want to shout out to Ish for an amazing Dodgers event last Thursday. Thank you for pictures to come. It was literally one of, the best that we've ever attended. And then thank you to Danielle Whitney as well for putting together the party bus. I mean, and thank you everyone else that behaved. Didn't have to hold anybody's hand, so that was great. Courtney has her hand up. Okay, go ahead, Courtney. What do you got, Ben?
Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Ish for responding to my clients so fast and quickly and just being on it.
Awesome, thank you. Appreciate that. Awesome. And then shout out to my ALC. Thank you so much for yesterday. We actually went through quite a bit, so stay tuned. A lot of good stuff coming to our market center. And we'll share that as we trickle and tie things up. And Red Day. Oh, okay. Yep, and then obviously you're hearing a lot of her name, Courtney Chanel, join our team. Family, and then we also have John Morelli. I'll actually refer John to us, and he's super excited as well. So please, when you see him around, don't be a stranger. Caroline. Hi, Caroline. What's up, Ben?
Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Manny. Thank you so much for putting me in touch with Jason Default, and thank you for all of your help. You are phenomenal in what you offer our market center. I hope everybody knows that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, and Red Day, you guys. So emotional. We had Toberman picks up yesterday. They were a little choked out. We had Peter Pet Health picks up this morning as well. But man, we came through. If you haven't been in the office, this did not look like this. Like literally, we needed to move and navigate. I actually almost fell and tripped when I was doing script class on Monday because we had so much stuff in our conference or our training room, which was a very good problem to have. And they were very, very grateful. And I also just found out by Toberman yesterday as well. Did you know that our donations alone is going to feed 17 families? Pet Pals, all of our donations for Pedro Pet Pals is actually going to 4 different shelters. So it's just not theirs, it's actually going to all 4. Before that, we definitely made, our office, our people, our clients, we always step it up every time our community needs help. Sorry, getting a little choked up because it was so emotional. But I mean, every time we ask, nobody disappoint, our clients do not disappoint, our friends, our family. I literally still getting messages and say, can you come and pick up, thing for my place? I'm like, yep, no problem. I'll scoop it up. So thank you for that. And all the, oh, that's a cute picture. Thanks, Manny, for the selfie.
Can you tell?
Yeah. And then of course, Ray, our inspector, had hosted lunch, so he made sure that we had food and fed us. Yeah, and we literally had so much food. So yeah, I love our Red Day. I really like being in front of the office. So we got music going and everything like that. So, and that was yesterday. Thanks. So much fun. All right, Dash, you're up. Yeah, I feel like we need some music in here.
I know,
Liven
I know.
everybody up.
I'm gonna liven everybody up right now.
Wow.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah, put some spark in everybody.
I lowered interest rates.
Oh, yes.
Oh wait, my email bounced back. Just want to make everybody laugh a little bit this morning. I'm very unlikely to be on my phone, but I was talking to Leslie a few minutes ago, and I ran across this thing from Freddie Mac. No, I can't find it. It's talking about inventory, just interest rates, etc. So it's just not me fucking you guys up. This is from an announcement through Freddie Mac from LAHarbor. He says, according to talking to your clients, if you found a home that fits your needs at a price you can afford, it might be better to act now rather than wait for the future. There are no indication of rates starting to decline anytime soon, and the future is likely that inventory will stay very tight. So you're talking to clients who are waiting, who are thinking about it, who are waiting for the bubble to pop. We've been talking about it for 2 years, it feels like. It's just not going to happen. And you hear people talk about, well, the economy always resets itself over every 15 years. There is no proof of that. The reality is houses are appreciating at rates we've never seen before. Rates have doubled in the last 3 months. There are buyers who are in the market. There were strong buyers. Unfortunately, some of them no longer qualify. So it's important to stay in front of your database and let them know the changes in the real estate market, because it has shifted. We do see properties sitting a little bit longer on the market. We're not seeing these 10 to 15 offers come in. But if you give some, what's the right word to use? If you give some positive news into the real estate market, people will sell. People will buy. If I tell everybody, hey, I'm gonna freeze interest rates for the next 6 months, and properties won't appreciate for the next 6 months, I guarantee you, all those buyers will come out of the woodworks wanting to buy, because they know they have some kind of guarantee. But the reality is that there are no guarantees. All we can do is educate. So I had this new down payment assistance program I'm gonna tell you guys next week. I have it all ready to go, but my boss wants me to wait just to make sure we understand the program entirely. Just in a nutshell, it's different than LAHarbor, because LAHarbor, you eventually have to pay it all back. This is a truly forgivable loan after 5 years. Or your client can actually choose to make payments on it. And whatever they decide is how much rebate they get for closing costs. So they have a first loan like everybody else. The second loan is you can choose to be silent and you get less credit for closing costs. And it's a 3.5% down payment assistance. If it's silent, less credit for closing costs. If you're gonna make payments, more credit for closing costs. So it takes away the LAHarbor 3-pack and you still have to come in with 1 or 2%. So it's a really cool program, but I want to get my login, I want to get the interest rates, show you what those rebates look like, and actually show you the scenario, because it's really cool. I mean, it's actually done through a private mortgage company, not done through a government entity. So you can close in 25 days. You don't have to wait for LAHarbor to sign off on your loan. So it's really cool. So more information will come on that tomorrow. So because of that, I thought we would just go over again the out of the box thinking. This came up a couple months ago, that there are more loans out there than this FHA conventional and VA. There's a lot of non-QM stuff that's out there, like bank statement loans, things that are ineligible by AUS for whatever reason, unwarrantable condos. Does anybody know what an unwarrantable condo is?
Yes.
I know Karen knows. Go ahead, Karen. What's an unwarrantable condo?
It's a condo that doesn't qualify for financing for some reason, like one owner owns too many units, too many delinquencies, too many rentals.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what I'll send you a gift card, Karen. So yeah, unwarrantable condos are a big deal because if you have an HOA or a condo that's underwater, especially, you can't get financing on it. So a non-warrantable condo, we can do those type of loans. The 1099 loans I talked about, 25% expense factor done. This new investor, 20% expense factor. So now I can use more income on a 1099 borrower. So it's more than just vanilla. There are so many flavors, like 31 flavors, there's so many loans that we can give out. Just make sure that.
It's Baskin Robbins.
Is that what it says?
Well,
Okay, all right, good. Yeah. So let's have a field trip to 31 flavors. Let's see what it's like. But there's more loans out there than conventional VA, FHA. Just always talk to the clients. I just talked to a client this morning that she got approved for a Section 8 certificate, and she went out, she can use that to buy a house. I told her that's a great question. Unfortunately, you can't, but you're asking the right questions. You know, don't be afraid. If someone comes back to you with like a Section 8 certificate, you don't want to say no to them and just shoo them off. They'll be ready in a few years. I know, right? I know, but it's education. So stay in front of your database, educate them on the market. Again, interest rates have doubled, but there's still opportunities out there. And don't let anyone feel like they don't have an opportunity. Because I'll talk to the wall. You know, it doesn't matter to me. I'll talk to anybody. Because I want to get in front of them, educate them, and make them a responsible owner. So let me know if you have any people who are vanilla, who are Rocky Road, pecan praline, whatever else is out there. Because I'm sure there's something that can work for everybody. And even if it's a no, let's make it an educational no. Because all they want is the information, and you never know. They might have a mom or a dad or a sister or a brother who might want to buy sooner than later.
Well, and it sets them on a plan. They now know where they're at, and where they need to be.
And exactly. And so when I set people on a plan, it's like pretend you have that mortgage payment of $2,900 a month, whatever it is. Actually pay it somewhere to yourself. Put it in another account so you get it in your mind, you're seeing it leave your account, and then pay your rent from there. But save the rest. Don't spend it. Because you have to pretend it's gone. Putting them on a budget, putting them is that way they're saving money, work on their credit. There's time can't correct itself. All you can do is solve the situation today. So let me know if you guys have any questions.
I have a question. I
Gordon.
always have a question. HOA complex, and they're upside down on the association. Usually means buildings needs maintenance and they don't have enough money to do it, or they have to assess something. You say they will actually put a loan on that?
Yeah. So if you have an unmortgagable condo, we can do financing on it. Interest rate will be a little bit higher than traditional rates, but we kind of overlook the HOA itself as being an issue. We're just financing on the collateral, which is the unit itself.
Now then there's a requirement to try to bring the HOA up to.
No, we won't require the HOA to be current. We'll finance on what exists today.
So what happens if there's other things wrong on this, the certificate, what is it, the HOA cert? Like, maybe it's not, maybe there's a lawsuit in there, or maybe there's a delinquent, or maybe there's 40% owner occupied and 60% tenant. What about those?
We still have to see the certificate, we still have to approve it, but from what I know, if it's an unmortgagable condo, we can do the financing, which is be affected by the interest rate. It's just a higher risk for the lender. Yeah, that's,
Oh, that's.
yeah, so it's worth the conversation with the underwriter, because we can't finance everything, but it's an option if the condo's not unwarrantable. And in reality, an underwriter is approving every single condo on every transaction, no matter what the financing is. Did you guys know that? Every conventional loan, FHA loan, they all have to fill out an HOA certification. So every individual underwriter is actually individually approving every unit that goes through. So it's not just, oh, it's not FHA, so we're good to go. You can still get a conventional loan denied based on the property itself because the HOA is underfunded or doesn't have reserves. So it's not just FHA or not, every condo has to be approved. But if you can't get approved, we can do the financing through a broker lender as an unwarrantable condo. Their interest rate will be higher, just for full disclosure, but it's out there. Because we know that and at least I know, I assume, that a lot of vanilla buyers have closed. They're all gone. All the A+ buyers, they're closed. They have their 3% interest rate and they're riding the highlight. But there's everybody else, and everybody else needs to be serviced just the same.
I think the bigger question is future assessments to bring that HOA current.
Mhm.
They have to understand that when the buyer buys it, yes, you can get the loan, but here's what comes with that complex. And they might be $100,000 behind on something like a lawsuit or whatever. And there's a future problem there for them. They have to understand that. Getting the loan is good, but what comes along with that also.
Exactly. And then that of course happens after, anything happens after we close, obviously you have to make sure you educate your client, especially if they're buying a condo that's underfunded. Eventually, the HOA has to correct itself. Eventually, there's gonna be special assessments. But it's getting to the property now while finding whatever's out there. So, anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions, you know where to find me, you know where to call me, email me, thanks very much.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. That was Ish on Thursday.
That was me.
I missed that part, but wanted to say about Ish that something like us, like you know, us realtors, right? Show up every day, in person, on the phone, Zoom, whatever, meeting our clients. These guys show up to the office every day for us, for you guys. So you know, we all have relationships, right, with other affiliates and whatever. Just for you're so dedicated, you care. By the way, he's way more knowledgeable from a lot of loan officers out there, guaranteed. Worth to give him a shot. If you never use them, give him one client to show you guys what he can do and how much he cares. So thank you for that.
He did relocate.
Yeah.
He is next to Lisa's office, so don't freak out if this office is empty. He still
He live in the office.
He just
right? Moved in.
he just relocated. All right,
Eviction notice.
right, yeah, we had to evict him from this office and send him to another one. Okay, oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
You
so
guys
this-
ready for this?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna, and anyone that attended, brace yourself. I'm just So of course,
That's before we.
LAHarbor.
They're selling the parking lot.
It literally was. So LAHarbor style, always party bus. Oh, see, Sandra, look, Sandra is closing another deal. Somebody else decided to change it up for the day. Yeah. Turn off phone. I love that one. So we were very lucky. We were in a suite. That was pretty awesome. Everyone, I hope, had a dog. The mattress was good. Oh yeah, can't believe that one made it. It was pretty neat. Yeah, we had some really good times, and I love that photo. Look at Liz.
Look at Jonathan, she looks like he's superimposed.
I know, so photogenic. So much fun. We're trying to find out when is the next event, so, our partners out there. Football's coming around, Chargers game, you know what I mean? Chargers, Rams.
People outside the office are noticing all of the events and activities that we're doing, and I've had quite a few comments lately.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good comments?
Yeah, good comments.
Good
like,
comments, okay,
"Oh,
good.
Now you guys are doing.
Tell them to call me.
Send to Mary, yeah.
Yeah, call me.
Close.
Dial the digits. Thank you. No, and absolutely, right? That's kind of what we always do. All right, Greta? Oh, Greta. Promise, you want water in the cup?
Yeah, morning, guys. Want to talk to you guys really quick. Grant is not here, but Grant did prepare something for you, and I just want to go over it really briefly. So I know he pushes our total farm really heavy. The only reason he is because that's what you need to be doing every day. You gotta be farming. You gotta be reaching out. You gotta be contacting past clients, potential clients, and future clients, right? So with Total Farm, what he did was he created a cheat sheet for you guys, right? So when you're in Total Farm, and I just want to go over some that are getting the most potential appointments. That's all we can give you is opportunity, right? And then we close the deal. But out-of-state owners, that is a no-brainer to either drop in your farm area, where you live, where you planted your flag. Out-of-state owners are key right now because prices are so high. Fuel prices are so high because they can't get their butts on the planes anymore to fly here because airlines are going up. And when you send them a BPO on what their rental is worth here in California and they're in Idaho, get ready, right? So out-of-state owners, it's so easy. You just plant your flags, you just drop your pins, and it's going to tell you out of these 3,000 records, you got 182 out-of-state owners. Here, do you want their phone numbers? Do you want their emails? Here you go. What's a better way than to spend 2 hours prospecting out-of-state owners, right? That's a really good one. Empty nesters, again, those people, we want to talk to them about Prop 19, right? Transferring their tax bases. It's no longer equal or lesser value. That's just a really great conversation just to say, hey, did you know it changed? Now, not only do you have to buy equal or lesser value, you can actually buy for greater value, right? Because it's really needed right now with home prices the way they are. But that's just like Ish said, information, really, really good information that guess what? It pertains to them, right? And it's interesting to them. Homeowners exemption, if it's their primary residence, they get a $7,000 tax exemption. Do you know in Total Farm, you can drop your entire farm area and it'll tell you everybody that does not have their homeowners exemption filed? What a great phone call on that saying, hey, I know this is your primary residence, but I notice your homeowner's exemption is not filed, right? Would you like to say $7,000, right, on your assessed value? Heck yeah, it's gonna get you a conversation. And then also anniversary, do you know you can drop in all your past clients and every single month, Total Farm will let you know that Ron and Al, Luna, your client bought in March. What a great reach out, right? Spend 15 minutes, you send happy home anniversary cards to everybody with your business card, just going, you're not gonna believe prices. Would you like a BPO? So take a look at these, spend 30 minutes a day on your farm area, spend 30 minutes a day on your past clients. You're gonna be amazed at how much more A, productive you're gonna feel at the end of the day, right? B, how much more opportunity it's gonna create and how it's gonna increase your skill set. Right? If you're not practicing your skill set every single day, either by prospecting, by getting out of your comfort zone, by cold calling, whatever it is, then you're not doing what it's going to need to go throughout this year because we know inventory is super tight. All right. Grant has created, he has a robust YouTube video now under Luna title. He has lead gen sheets on all those. He also has all the back end documentation on where to find our Prop 19 brochure, right, to be able to pop it in the mail easily. So anyway, we're here to create success for you guys. We love being your success partners, and thank you for your time.
You gonna leave the flyers in the back?
Yep, I'm gonna leave them right here in the back.
Thank you, appreciate it. All right, aha moments. What did we learn today? Always party at LAHarbor. We have a good time, we play hard, but we work hard. What else? Yeah, absolutely, thank you. We do, but we do all, you know, it's because we have a strong foundation in our office too. So thank you to each and every one of you. On Zoom, in person, ones that's currently showing homes right now, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. If it's not for you guys, we won't be where we're at today, so thank you. Okay. Closings, ready? Okay, Nancy Alpo, Broadway, City. Tavares, Lagadian, Caesar, Latson, Sergio, Dalmita, local production, 5 million, 400. Okay, just got one more week. Okay, price reductions. Team Whitney, okay, that's the one from last week as well. All right. New listings. Awesome. Inman team, 31 Nantasket.
Got a full price application on that one.
Okay.
Prepay the rent for 2 years upfront.
Whoa.
Yeah, yes.
Wow. Maybe because they're transferred from out of state.
Yeah.
No, that's
We're
what I'm
trying
going
to
to do.
see it.
Prepay is part of the one.
Wow.
Rent?
Yeah, just fine.
You know, I'm gonna look into that. There was a misconception that you couldn't do that.
16,500 a month. How's that feel?
That's insane.
I'm 24.
That's insane. Okay. I know. Adela, Anna, anyone on call to talk about your listings? If not, okay, 28602 North End Rose in RTV for 1.449. Wow, they're just giving it away.
Well, that's hers.
That's her own home. Yeah, that is correct. And then 5005 West 131st in Hawthorne. Wow, Hawthorne, 1.1, 1.2?
Is that units?
Doesn't look like it.
That's, wow.
That's insane. We should go check that house. Should go check that house out, see how it looks. Yeah. Okay, do we have any prestige? I know Karen was here earlier, Duncan, Emmer?
Yeah, the 1125 Sepulveda is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath.
Okay.
We were still reviewing offers on that one. Asford, that one was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We're currently encountering on that one. So.
Yeah, that one had a lot of traction from my understanding. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, and Leslie on Prestige, Upland Avenue.
We've got a couple good offers on that one, but there's still time to see it and make an offer.
Awesome, thank you. $749, that's a good price.
Yeah, super cute.
That's the one that you were working on, correct? The staging as well?
Yes. That's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, but it backs up onto the canyon. So, and there's so many trails that go all the way up to Peck Park and on Western. And we're at the far end of Upland. Upland's really impacted, but we're all the way next to Bandini. So it's really nice and wide and open there.
That's awesome, thank you. All right, any other? Okay, needs and wants coming soon.
Coming soon. I have a 1-bedroom in Huntington Beach on Algonquin, and it's adjacent to, there's a shopping center in between that and Huntington Harbor. It's a mile from the sand, and it's probably less than half a mile to a little Mother's Beach on Davenport Island in Huntington Harbor. It's got an attached 1-car garage with direct access. The complex is small. I think there's like 70 units in there. Swimming pool, tennis courts. It's a lower level patio that has an atrium you open the sliding door and it pulls off your unit. It's really kind of cool. It's been upgraded, not recently, but still very nice. And it's gonna be on the market for $550, but the one upstairs, same floor plan just closed at 590. They were listed at 5.25 and got 590. So we're, it was cleaned yesterday. I'm gonna have it up for next week.
What's the HOA?
HOA is like 329. But it doesn't include much, doesn't include the water and sewer. So, you know, your regular utilities.
And this is Huntington Beach, right?
Huntington Beach, wonderful area. It's right off of Warner.
Oh, nice.
So if you go through all the beach cities and you get to Warner, you make a left, about less than a mile up is Algonquin, you turn left and right across the street is Trader Joe's, banks, restaurants, all sorts of services. It's a really sweet location.
Wow.
Yeah.
Multiple offers on it. Chris, what do you got there?
I've got a 4-unit building that I'm meeting her here today at 2 o'clock to sign the final papers. I met with her on Monday. It's 4 units and they're all 1-story, smaller units, like whatever, they're not this way, they're this horizontal. They're longer, they're all horizontal. Anyway, however you say, connected that way. That they're all 2-bedroom, 1-bath, laundry hookups inside, very small. But they're all rented right now. The address is 18003 South Vermont. So it's right on the corner of Vermont and 181st or 182nd or something. So she says it's wonderful because the bus stops right there in the front. So a lot of people that don't drive, whatever, they can catch the bus right there. Need some TLC if somebody, or is a good investment, long-time tenants in there. And it'll be on the market hopefully by Friday at the latest. She's signing everything today with me today.
Chris,
We're gonna price it at $1.05 million.
And that is rent control there.
Yeah, no, it's not under rent control. It's the city of Gardena, and it's not in the city strip, so
It's not
under-
Gardena, no, it's
No, yeah, it's Gardena, yeah.
Wow.
She's actually a licensed agent too, but she doesn't have a home base. And she did talk to Rob years ago. I might have her talk to you today.
I will
if
be
she has
there at
time.
2 p.m.
I figured 2 would might be a good time after the little gathering.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, we'd love to meet her. Please, thank you. And then Courtney, what do you have?
I have an upcoming listing, hopefully going to hit the market mid-June, but I definitely need a investor. It's a two bed, one bath, 1,140 square feet, give or take. It was built in the 1920s, hasn't been touched since the 1920s, so it's a complete tear down. But I am looking for some type of developer or investor.
Okay, do you know what the price is? Because, even though it's a tear down, depending on price tag, you may be able to get a private, buyer.
Yes, we want to come a little bit below, so we have an estimate of 999. But,
Okay,
the sellers really want 1.1, but we'll see.
got it. And what was the address again? I'm sorry.
It is 3714 Oakwood Avenue, Los Angeles. So it's literally on the corner of Virgil as you're going to Los Feliz.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anyone else? Needs, wants? Oh, okay. Fine, job, everything. Love it. Okay, and then I want to introduce you to Chris. How do I pronounce your last name? Saldivar. Thank you, from TP Productions.
All right.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm so nervous these meetings, and this is like a very organized big one.
Right,
Right, cool.
yes, sir.
So I'm Chris with T3 Productions. We're a local real estate media company based out of Redondo. Just a little bit about myself. I was actually born in the Valley and raised in Torrance at the age of 5. I have a wife, Jess, and my little one. That's an old picture, but she's 2 now, Reese. Went to South High, went to Cali, the area of the South Bay really well, which has really helped me kind of like put my roots down with this business because I know the area like, oh, I need shots in Pedro by the Cream Bell. I know exactly where that is. So it's really helped me build this business. I started Teacher Productions when COVID hit. It's only been in business for 2 years, and we shoot for about over 100 agents already in 2 years. So what we offer, we're a one-stop shop. I was talking to the gentleman in the back there. So it's kind of nice. You guys can call us. We do everything from photos to video, virtual tours through Matterport, custom listing websites, agent videos for social media, Instagram, Facebook. informational stuff I think you guys want to talk about, the market updates and, you know, stuff for Instagram and social media. We do all of those productions as well. Drone media, a little bit about our photography. So we shoot everything, it's kind of technical, but 5 exposure bracket photography. So let me look at the slide. But basically we shoot 5 shots, up to 6 shots per final photo, where a lot of photographers will come in and take 1 shot and then like a flash exposure and blend those 2. We blend 6 photos to try and give you guys the clearest, most high definition, you know, shadow-free photos as possible, super clear, super high def. We obviously blend in the windows so you can see the outside equally as well as you can see the inside, the windows there. A lot of photography you'll see are just blown out windows. So we really take the time to blend in those windows. I have a team of 20 editors that work on these overnight. Media delivery is next day. So if I shoot it for you guys today, you'll have it tomorrow morning by 8 o'clock. A lot of guys aren't doing it because they're still editing their own photos. I have a team of 20, so it just makes it easy. I send off a Dropbox and in the morning I wake up to a nice big Dropbox full of finished photos. Virtual staging is another thing that we offer, which a lot of companies don't. So that was the original photo. And that is our virtually staged with fake furniture photo. That's at $50 a photo. So it's a little less than a lot of competitors around here. Also delivered within 24 hours. We can pick the furniture or you guys can pick the furniture. So I have an online catalog. I just forward you a link and you guys can be like, you know, A1, 2, 3 we want in the master bedroom or primary bedroom. So it's pretty easy to pick. If you guys don't have time to pick, which I know you're all busy, we can pick it for you. Twilight, we do both regular Twilight, which you see on the left. That was a house up in PV, and then we do virtual Twilight. So if you guys don't want to pay the extra charge for me to go out at 8 o'clock at night and shoot a house, we offered virtual Twilight. So that was shot at like 1 p.m. in the afternoon, darken the photo, brighten the windows, throw a nice sunset behind it. They call it virtual Twilight. Right? And it's a little cheaper. This we charge $50 a photo to go back out and actually wait for the sun to go down and illuminate the house at $200. So it's a little bit cheaper. Looks better, obviously, real Twilight, but you know, if there's a time crunch, you guys don't want to spend extra cash, we have the other options. Videography, something we kind of pride ourselves on. So I went to school for film back in the day. I'll be 39 tomorrow, so that's 18. Yeah, I have a birthday tomorrow. So I went to school for film, fell in love with that whole industry, and then actually became a DJ of 18 years. So kind of fell off, and then when COVID hit, all the bars closed. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to DJ anymore. What do I do? I had a 2-year-old right when COVID hit. So I brought back my roots of where I went to school for, which is video. Figured out the photo stuff and all the drone and all that. But videography, I don't have a sample on this slide just because it didn't work with the PowerPoint, but we basically can do multiple types of videos. So what you guys see on like Zillow or listing videos, cinematic, drone, you know, nice and slow and creative cinematic movements. Not just a photo slideshow, because there's a lot of stuff I see out there where it's like they take the high definition photos and just create like a pretty slideshow, which isn't really a video, it's just a slideshow. So we do cinematic videos, cut, you know, film with high definition cameras and all of that stuff. Drone video is included in all of our listing videos as long as we can safely fly. South Bay's tough because of Torrance Airport. A lot of planes fly through San Pedro, and there's a lot of flight restrictions within the South Bay, Hawthorne Airport, LAX Airport, but we do it when we can. Other videography, like I mentioned, is Instagram videos. Reels are a big thing, so minute or less videos for social media. We can do all of those for you guys filmed vertically. And then with the videography, you guys will get a branded and unbranded version. And if you need help uploading it to the MLS, like I'll send you a video or YouTube link, where it's just a link that you can post, just like Matterport for the MLS. Drone, we're all certified drone pilots. There actually is a license that we have to get through the FAA to officially fly drones commercially. I mean, just so you guys know what drone photography is, a cool way to show big property, especially up here on the hillsides of like Pedro, Palos Verdes, coastline. We do a lot on the Strand. So really showcasing this. There's actually one right here on the backside of Pedro. And then obviously like proximity to the beach, you know, stuff like that. So we're able to put arrows and kind of show stuff from the sky, which is fun. And I'm a team of 5, 3 of us are drone certified to do that. Matterport virtual tours. We have the capability of doing a 360 camera, which is also through Matterport. It's a little bit faster. So I don't know if you guys have seen the actual Matterport camera. It's like a big box that sits and spins. It takes about 3 times as long as our little 360 camera. It's a higher definition camera, but people don't want you in their house for 4 or 5 hours, you know, if we're doing photos and video and all of it. So Little lower quality to your guys' side, you probably wouldn't notice, but we offer both. So it's all hosted through Matterport. And there's not a lot of companies doing that just because the cost of Matterport to like run the cloud and have a subscription, a company subscription is expensive. So I'm one of the few companies that started when COVID hit, really offering this, because there was a huge thing when every listing had a Matterport. And we've kind of just stuck with it. And now I feel like 50% still get it and 50 don't anymore. So we do offer it still. Custom listing websites, there's a sample there. I can't click it because it's not live anymore, but I don't think it'll work. But I mean, super basic websites, very user-friendly, photos, your guys' information, video. If you guys do a video, it's usually at the top and it starts with the video, Matterport, and then the MLS number, the price, the house description, all of that. And you guys, as a client of mine, have access to a portal, a user portal or client portal, and you can go in and change any of the information. If the price raises, if it lowers, you guys have access to just click access account and go in and change all that information pretty easily. So what am I missing? Bundles. We offer a lot of questions. You know, a lot of people ask like, oh, do you offer bundles? And since we are a one-stop shop, so our big bundle is photos, video, and Matterport, and we offer 10% off the top of that price if you guys bundle those three. For anyone in here that I don't shoot for, I shoot for Karen, who I think left already. Prestige team, Nicole Plekovich, Gordon, I shoot for. So we shoot for quite a few of you guys in here already. But if I don't shoot for you, I'm going to offer 20% off your first shoot with me. Normally we do 15%. So cards are on the table. If you guys want to grab a card, shoot me an email like, hey, I have this listing coming up. I was at your meeting. I will honor that 20% for lifetime, I guess, for the first shoot. Yeah, I'm willing to work with you guys as far as bundles go. And there's like some people that are like, oh, we just want drone photos and regular photos. And I'll just, you know, it kind of is what it is. We have a new website being launched in 2 weeks and all of our booking platform will be on there. So you click book now, it'll take you to a form, fill out all the information of the house, all your information, square footage, and it just drops down like, what do you want? Photos, video, drone, Matterport. And it's super easy just to click through and book. It takes you to our live calendar. So you guys can pick a date, a time, and it'll come directly to our phones and away we go. I usually touch like base the day before, like, hey, we still good for tomorrow at 9 a.m. Cool. See you there. Other than that, any questions, comments?
Yeah, so usually, so say for example, we do have a listing, it's super urgent, we need to get the pictures right away. Do you do same day as well?
Same day is $100 extra, and the only way I can do same day is if I'm home by noon to send the photos. Because if I get home at like 8 p.m. after twilight, my editors work overnight or during a night shift,
right?
And they just can't. I mean, it'll be like 3 in the morning, and I'm not gonna wake up at 3 in the morning. You guys don't need to post at 3 in the morning.
Right.
If I'm home by noon, like tomorrow, I'm doing a shoot on my birthday at 9 a.m. and he wants same day, but I'll be home by like 10, so I'm able to send the photos and have them back to him by like 6 or 7 p.m.
Got it. And then you said that was $100 additional.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have a tab that you can make flyers? People I use now have a flyer icon that I can just tab onto it.
Yeah.
Drag what pictures I want over there or whatever.
Through the website or through the portal, once you get the media delivery, there's a marketing kit, and you can like create flyers through that. Yeah, super easy. Yeah.
And then when you say create flyers, do you already have the template of flyers or do we just drag and drop?
There is a template already, and I think you can just drag and drop. I actually haven't, no one's ever used it. Everyone has like in-house marketing, you know, people, so yeah.
Are the photos ours?
That's a good question. And I'm in limbo with that right now, because I know like MLS has released all this stuff. The photos belong to me, technically, as an artist. It's like if you buy a painting. Technically, it's the owner of, or the painter's painting. You guys are buying rights to use them, technically. And then once they're sold, they're still product of me. Why are you asking? Just
because like if I wanted to download them and then send them somewhere else to get brochures, send them somewhere else to get mail out cards, use it next year to show a client what I did last year. Is there a point at which I can get in trouble for using those photos?
With me, no. With MLS, maybe. I don't know. They seem so strict nowadays. But with me, no. I mean, as long as you're using it for your own promo, I'm fine with that. But if you're like taking it and you're selling it to her, because she's taken over the listing. I just had that happen. I shot a listing last year and the guy lost the listing, and then he sold the photos to the new agent. And she reached out to me and was like, hey, I want to change the branding on the video to mine. I'm like, wait, how did you get it? And she was like, oh, well, the other agent sold it to me. He was a friend of mine. So I had to go back to him and be like, hey, it's not really your property or your right to sell for that matter. So tricky situation, but no, as long as it's for your promo, you're good. Calendars, whatever.
There's no expiration of time on
No.
Okay.
And if you're doing stuff like on social media, all I ask is you tag me just so I can try and get some recognition for it and maybe some future business.
That's right.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes total sense.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's just tag you right now.
Sweet. Cards on the table. I'm gonna stay. I hope you guys enjoy the donuts and coffee. I'm gonna stay till the end. If you guys have any other questions or anything about pricing or any of that stuff. So back to pricing real quick. We offer tiers. So 0 to 2,500, 2,501 to 4,500, 4,501 to 6,500. Anything above that's like custom pricing for bigger homes. And there's packages for all. of
Yeah,
those
and that's
three
per
tiers.
square footage.
Per square foot.
Yeah, let's clarify it per square footage.
Raise your dollars.
No, per square foot.
Let's clarify that.
25% off. No, I'm just kidding.
Two questions for you. Number one is, what is your area or areas, like what's your borders?
I don't really have it. I like
Southern
like
California.
going all over. We were in India yesterday.
I was just gonna say the desert.
We were in India yesterday. Yeah. So with a team of 4, I'm able to like send people out. Jake personally loves to drive, so he goes to India for me.
That's my next question. So let's say you get, tons of demand, right, requests.
Mhm.
What's your capacity? How many?
Shoot wise?
Yeah, like, do you, if someone's gonna, need something, hey, I have something, I have to have it tomorrow. Are you guys gonna be available, or is this like you have to do a week in advance, 2 days in
A lot of
advance?
people are giving me that notice, a week,
Sure.
2 weeks. I mean, I'm able to accommodate a little bit because of the team. Tomorrow I picked up a shoot on my birthday. I was gonna take the day off, but David and Jake are both full tomorrow. So 1 to 2 days, we can usually work with, depending on the, if it's a full bundle. If it's just photos, like I'm just doing photos tomorrow, so it's a 30, 40-minute appointment. But if we're doing photos, video, drone, it's like a 3-hour appointment. It's a little trickier to fit those into a window. So, yeah. And then video is 2 to 3 day turnaround. I have an editor, and we're trying to get it to 1 to 2 days, but still 2 to 3 days for video turnaround.
This number your cell or your company?
That is myself. My company.
Well, you'll answer on a
Both.
reception.
Yes, yeah, and so, to go back, we'll travel, there's a little travel fee outside of 25 miles, it just depends on how far, like yesterday was 150 go to Indio on top of the surfaces. So, gas prices are cool.
Good stuff.
Thank you, guys, I appreciate your time.
Okay, if you can't tell, Bold is back. Thank you to those that did sign up. That's right, Maria, Sean, thank you. Tavares and Treasure, those of you, I love that picture, and my big old lanyard. Oh, I keep on forgetting to wear it on.
Wait, I didn't see Sergio's picture.
I know, Sergio, Sarah, I need a credit card. I still need a credit card, but don't set aside, I know a lot of us, or a lot of you are signed up for the first bowl, so please, attend. We are here locally. It's at the Doubletree Hilton. It literally is in our backyard. Please join us. But with that being said, I mean, $800, you get reimbursed, you're literally doing that initial investment on yourself, and then, I mean, 4 deals, if you can't close 4 deals in the Bold program, we may need to have a conversation about your business plan in real estate, period. But it is an amazing program. It is, how I'm explaining it to our newer agents right now, it's real estate boot camp on steroids. It's the 3 things that I'm telling them right now. And it is, those of you that have attended Bold before, Chris, you've attended several. How did you feel? I know we kind of always ask, but to those that is not familiar with Bold.
Yeah, it was
What did it
amazing.
do for
It was
you?
very motivating. I learned a lot and just put it to use.
I love that, thank
Yeah.
you. And what did it do to your business and your mindset and just,
It helped me get the best year I had. That was three years ago, something like that.
I love that.
Yeah, it was good.
Thank
And the
you.
networking is awesome.
Thank you.
with
And
the other
then,
people.
and you did in person
Yes.
and what about virtually?
No, I didn't do it virtually at all. I did it in person up at PD
Got it.
with
Okay.
Nicole and there was
I think
several of us
So,
there.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think I remember that one too.
Yeah.
And then Maria, you did a virtual one.
I did a virtual one, very first year that I joined here a couple of years ago.
Okay.
It was I joined when one was in progress, so I didn't do the first time, and then COVID hit and it was virtual, and I did that one, and I got a lot out of that one. fun being virtual, so I expect that actually in person will be so much more.
And it will be, it's gonna be insane. Get your energy ready. I mean, not that we lack energy in this group, but it is pretty amazing. And you guys, 3 years since we had an in-person bowl. Please consider it. If you have any questions, talk to me. If you want to talk about, how to sign up, the reimbursement program, it's very easy. 4 payments within 6 months of your first step. Literally 4 deals, 200 per deal. You get it all reimbursed. It's a no-brainer. And just think about it. It is one of those things where you get your return tenfold. In addition, not just the financial piece, but the relationship piece as well. You get to build relationship with other agents that's not in our office. That alone is just gold, right? I actually still have relationship with the people I did gold with, 6 years ago, and they still know who I am. I remember when I was in transaction, they're like, oh my God, we were in the same group. Okay, well, what do I need to do so you can get my offer accepted, right? So it's kind of certain things. Oh, hi Grace. Oh my God, hi Grace.
I've done gold I think 9 times.
Oh my gosh.
And the only reason you will not get transactions out of gold is if you don't do what you're supposed to do in gold.
Correct.
It's like you will get deals. If you don't have deals right now, you should be signing up for gold.
Agreed. Thank you.
And you know what, you're absolutely right. There's a deal that we closed earlier this year, Daniel, where her offer was accepted because she was in gold. She remembered us from gold.
Okay,
So
so
she literally accepted her offer because.
Jenny will collect a credit card from the Gomez's, and we'll collect a credit card from Grace Paris.
There you go.
And Chris. We will register for you.
Networking is part of the business.
It is. And it's also not as, I actually love this particular session as well, because I know we're all busy. Like, time is very valuable. So this particular session for 7 weeks is only from 9 a.m. to 3, as opposed to before. We kick off at 8 a.m. to 5. So we did kind of condense it a little bit. Not that we're taking any education piece out of it. We're just getting a little bit smarter and more efficient. And obviously respecting your time as an agent as well. So 7 weeks, starting May 31st, we'll end July 12th on our graduation party, and we'll have some fun and make some money together. Thank you. Spring fling update. Okay, Liz, 3100, the pressure. James, Theo, top producers. 5500. And Nicole, the deal maker, is still in the lead. Wowzer. Man, okay, upcoming events, thank you. Meeting of the Minds is tomorrow evening, and it will be hosted, or actually, Ish is our sponsor for, so what do we have tomorrow? Pizza?
We're having some Red West pizza.
Ooh.
Bring some sodas, some waters, and if you go in my office, there's extra favors in there.
Extra flavors, the leftover from the Dr.
Yeah.
Yes, if you haven't signed up, please do RSVP, just so we can have a head count on how much pizza we need to purchase tomorrow. Okay?
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Gold, if
Yes.
somebody has something in the escrow and they're waiting for those funds, we will advance the funds from that escrow so people can use that for gold.
Oh.
That's something that's now just see us and
Yes.
take it out of your share.
Okay, so how many signups do we have right now?
It's tax deductible.
It is tax deductible. Thank you, babe. Again, please get their credit card info. Yes, you're right. It is. I mean, again, not only it's an investment, getting your money back, tax deductible. You guys, it is a no-brainer. 7 weeks, we're gonna have some good times, and quite frankly, I mean, just making money. I mean, aren't we here to make money and change some lives doing it as well? Remember, what is that? Life by design.
Not by default.
Huh?
Not by
Not by default. Okay, and someone needs to be involved.
She needs a license.
She does. We need to talk about that. Okay, our meeting schedule or our calendar schedule is always up to date. For those of you, I know a lot of my newer agents, we do go over this, but if you don't see in person only, it was in person and Zoom or classes, LAHarbor, and it is hybrid and it is via Zoom. Anywhere, anytime, any offices, you are more than welcome to attend any training classes. Just because it doesn't say LAHarbor, we are absolutely welcome into our sister offices as well, and vice versa.
If you have any questions on the calendar, you can always reach out.
know, and help you get the link or whatever.
Absolutely, and then, thank you, and then we also talked about a lot of new classes coming up, and that was actually part of our ALC meeting yesterday. We're gonna host several amazing classes that will be coming up fairly shortly, and we'll spread that all around as well. And Ignite is also coming back, first week of June, so prepare for that as well. Okay, working on Well 2.0 with our special guests Erica Hill and Daryl Fiedler. And Ed Morrell, again in our sister office at KW South Bay, is actually the moderator. So tomorrow, okay, Mastermind, Michelle Scribner and Jennifer, and hosted by Manny.
We're gonna do it back to back. We're gonna have Build Wealth with Ed and Erica. Erica is one of the regional owners, OP, over here, and she also owns the Boise, Idaho Market Center. They have 750 agents over there. It's a big one. So they will talk just the bottom line, how to, financials, etc. mindset. It's pretty awesome. Then we're gonna continue from that. You made the money. Now, how you're gonna manage your money, right? Between Jen and Michelle. Michelle, she is a certified accountant, running a business out of Northern California. If you're at the LABC or the LC retreat, she was there in person, giving us an amazing session. She's also a Profit First certified. If you know what it is, it's just a way of how to manage your money and how to again profit first, like put aside for you, etc. So she will talk about that. So it's gonna be pretty awesome, kind of couple of hours talking about how to really build wealth through what we do, not just chase the deals.
We travel to Idaho too.
You did.
Perfect. Good to know. And then per hour, thank you. So I'm so proud of our Monday script class. We're growing, which is really good. We are growing. So what we've been doing is 30 minutes of scripts and 30 minutes on the phone. So if you're struggling on, building that confidence, talking to your client, please join us. We do Zoom and in person. Ideally, of course, in person is so much better. So I can pick on you directly. And then when we do the lead gen call, it's actually pretty neat. Everybody kind of goes into their corner and we're literally just dialing. And we've actually had quite a bit of success. The last couple of times though, we kind of got caught up in the script. So we kind of ran with that, but we do want to bring back the power hour as well. We saw what LAHarbor's like. Chris, if you want to purchase one's only $15. You can represent our office while you're out there. But yes, if you need any teachers, please let me know. Our WhatsApp. Great way to communicate. I actually just spoken to an agent today and he was asking about land in Indio. And I said, well, why don't you drop them in our WhatsApp group so everybody can see, because someone somewhere is going to have something for you. So utilize that as another form of communication. Of course, if you're not comfortable, please come to me and I have no problem in blasting that out for you. Leslie, I love it because I see you on there quite a bit, Karen, on our WhatsApp group. And how do you, have you found great value?
Yeah, it's a great resource. Anything and everything that we need. I see that people are like, I need a painter in this area. Do you guys recommend a photographer in this area or an agent out there?
Right, absolutely.
It's a great source.
Yes. So again, we don't need to know everything. We just need to know where our resources are. And that's it. Woo! Yes. Go out, be bold, make some money.
Good job. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You want to start the